Hi everybody, Andy here with etrailer.com. Let's take a look together at these Diode Dynamics SS5 Pro LED combo pod lights with brackets. Now these 5-inch LED combo pod lights are going to be great for seeing things that are near and far. And these lights are going to give you bright light with reduced glare for improved visibility and safety. Now as you can see, I have this light connected to my power source already. And what you're currently seeing is one of my favorite features of these lights. That's the backlight, and this backlight is amber in color, but more on that in just the next moment or so. I want to point out that I do have one of the brackets installed on this light. As you can see, it does include the hardware to install the light directly to the bracket itself. Once you have the light in the bracket, you can adjust the angle to wherever you want it. And once you have that angle set, you can just tighten down the hardware on either side and you'll be good to go. You're also going to get the hardware to install the light with the bracket virtually anywhere on your vehicle. So the bracket and the hardware is really going to make for a pretty simple, pretty easy install. And I have the bracket here that when it's not installed, this is constructed of durable aluminum. So this is going to do a great job of resisting the elements. You're not going to have to worry about corrosion or anything like that. Now I am going to turn my studio lights off here, go out for a wide view, just to give you an idea of what this backlight's going to look like in low light or dark conditions from a distance. This amber backlight is great for a stylish touch to your vehicle, or it can give you a little more visibility when you're not using that main beam. Speaking of that main beam, let me fire that up there for you. So you see the difference between the backlight and then that main beam. And then let me see if I can shine that on the wall behind me without crossing my wires here, just to give you a good look at that beam. So this combo pattern is a mix between your driving beam pattern and your flood beam pattern. So what that means for you is this light is going to be great for all around use. This light has a color temperature of 3000 Kelvin. So this yellow color is going to be great for bad weather. It's going to cut through the rain and the fog. And this light has a raw lumen rating of 8,900 lumens and a measured lumen rating of 7,900 lumens. And I kicked my studio lights back on, and even with my studio lights on, you can see how bright this light is. You can still see that beam. So pretty effective, pretty powerful light. Now this light does have a peak beam intensity of 58,500 candela. Now, in case you don't know, candela ratings measure the directional light output, and it's how anything is rated where you want light shining in a specific direction. Lumen ratings are just for omnidirectional output, like your regular light bulbs, where you want light shining in all directions. But for a more detailed description of these ratings, you can visit this product page on our website, or Diode Dynamics provides additional information that you can find. Now the power draw on that main beam is 6 amps and the backlight is 0.24 amps. And these lights are designed with the newer technology known as custom TIR optics. TIR stands for total internal reflection. So unlike the older technology that uses reflectors or simple projector lenses, which aren't real efficient at focusing all of the light where you want it, this custom designed large TIR optic actually collects and then focuses all of the light forward very efficiently. And then instead of having another external lens, certain lens patterns have been molded directly into the surface of this lens. So that's going to prevent the normal efficiency loss that you see with having an outside lens. As you might know, when you shine light through any type of glass or plastic, you could lose some of that light. Actually, you could lose up to 10% of that light from it just shining through. So by making it as a part of this lens, you're not going to lose efficiency, but you actually gain efficiency. Now this does include the industry standard integrated Deutsch style connector. Obviously I have that plugged into this light to power it up, but here's what the pigtail is going to look like that's included. There's your Deutsch style connector, and then that's going to plug right into the back of that light securely. While we're looking at the back of the light, I also wanted to show you that we do have 2 breather patches there, and those breather patches are going to prevent any moisture buildup. And then we've got a great set of heat sinks here on the back housing. They're going to do a great job of dissipating heat quickly to increase the longevity of these lights. Now these lights have been built with high intensity LED chips, and they do feature a durable powder coated aluminum construction. So that heavy duty construction is going to do a great job of withstanding extreme temperatures, corrosion, and vibration. Now testing has been completed to SAE standards, just like your factory lighting components on your vehicle. And an interesting fact, Diode Dynamics actually designed, engineered, and assembled these lights right down the highway from us at their headquarters here in the greater St. Louis area. Let's go over some measurements with you. Looking at the overall width from end to end, we're sitting really close to 5 1/8 inches wide. That's going to be the same for the height. And then when you add the light to the bracket, that's obviously going to increase the height a little bit. So from the top of the light to the bottom of the bracket, we're pretty close to 5 1/2 inches tall. That's going to depend a little bit on the angle that you set the light at. And then looking at the overall depth from the front of the light all the way to the end of our heat sinks, we're sitting pretty close to 2 3/4 inches deep. Now these lights do draw high current, and they do require adequately sized wiring for safe operation. So if you're not using a Diode Dynamics wiring harness, you do want to be sure that you're using wiring that's 16 gauge or larger. Now we do carry a wide selection of lights from Diode Dynamics here at etrailer.com, different sizes, different power levels, different types. So if this isn't exactly what you're looking for, be sure to take a look at the other offerings that we have from them, and I'm confident you're going to be able to find just what you're looking for. Well, that's going to wrap up our look today. I do hope that our time together has been illuminating for you. Again, my name is Andy. Thank you for joining me.